Welcome to Canoe-Kayak in the Spanish Pyrenees for the final day of competition here at round 3 of the ICF Canoe Slalom World Cup of 2021. We have 170 athletes racing from over 30 nations here in this competition, but we're now into finals time. Just the top 10 from the semi-finals in the women's canoe, and the men's canoe will race it out for the top honours here at Canoe-Kayak in Spain. So we've seen some big names already fall victim to the tough course here at Canoe. Saw the Olympic champion in the men's canoe singles, Benjamin Savcek of Slovenia, not make it through into the finals, but lots of top names are here. So weather conditions couldn't be better for a competition. No wind at all. Perfect clear skies and sunshine here in the September of the Pyrenean Mountains. 25 gates stand between here and a place on the podium. Myself, Andy Maddock, will bring you all the action as it unfolds. And I'm pleased to welcome into the commentary booth from the Argentinian team, Sebastian Rossi. Welcome.
Hey Andy, how are you?
Well, it's certainly an eagerly anticipated final this. We've got the women's canoe category, so the athletes kneeling in the boat with a single-bladed paddle. And, well, Andrea Herzog, the current World Cup leader in the standings, choosing to sit it out. Here we are, here's the standings. She's sitting out this race. But Jessica Fox of Australia, well, she is the Olympic champion from Tokyo 2020 and will be in this final. So Theresa Fiserova of Czech Republic, Mallory Franklin also in the mix. But this is our start list, the top 10 qualifiers from the semi-finals, with Monika Doria Vilarrubla of Andorra going off last as the fastest qualifier in the semi. So excitement to watch, Sebastian. Any comments on what we've seen so far?
It will be a tight final, I think, for the C1 women. Everyone is good, looking good, and ready to fly.
Yeah, we saw no clean runs in the semi-final, so penalty-free run will surely give the advantage. But we are underway now with our first competitor from France, and it is Angela Hug, on course, 5th at the Under-23 World Championships this year, 6th at the Under-23 European Championships. And, well, has had a good performance so far. 5th at the first World Cup in Prague in the Czech Republic, then 13th in the second race in Markkleeberg in Germany. So an opportunity to score some good World Cup points in this final.
Just looking good. So far so clean. It's good, it's fast, it's nice.
So it's so important on this Canoe course. The course is tight, it's technical. So important to have a rhythm in the boat. Keep the boat flowing and not spend any longer than necessary in these red and white upstream gates.
That's for sure. For qualifications, the race was a little bit physical, I think. Now it's quite technical, so you have to really watch out for touches and be in the good place at the right moment.
So our course designers, Jérôme Blanchet of France and Irati Goicoechea of Spain, have set a really good course and quite different to what we're used to here in Seoul.
Yeah, they spend a lot of time in Po. I'm used to go. Whoa! She picked up the touch on the 18.
So the penalties mounting up for the young French athlete. Now it's an indication the fastest raw time in the semi-final. It's the same course, 98.41 was the time. So sub 100, I think, is what it should take to get a gold medal here. And problems there, just the penalties mounting up. Plus 6 seconds of penalties. And Angela Hug of France stops the clock, 1:11.11. That includes 6 seconds in penalties, and well, I think that's certainly very open to challenge for those still to come. So, Sebastian, you raced in the men's canoe semi-final earlier. What do you think is the most difficult part of the course?
I think everywhere you have to really be careful or be well on the line. Maybe it depends if you are righty or lefty, or maybe if you are switching, but this part of the where we are seeing on the video before the drop is quite tricky. You really have to be placing all your paddles in the good place, and the drop is quite technical, I think, as well.
Yes, I think it's a good observation. We've seen a lot of time trading hands in the middle where people have not necessarily done a bad run, but the time just slips away. So let's turn our attention to our second competitor in this women's canoe final, Clara Olazabal of Spain. Now we can expect a strong performance from the Spanish on their home course here in La Seu. And we have 3 Spanish athletes in this 10-boat final.
Spanish looks good, they look fast here, they know the course. And we saw with the 3 C1 girls, they are on the final, and Miguel, he was flying on the C1 men as well in the semi-finals.
Yes, Miguel Trave will be underway last in the men's C1 final because he was the fastest qualifier for Spain in those men's C1 semi-finals. But Clara Olazabal, a World Championship finalist here 2 years ago, finished 5th in those World Championships, has the opportunity to put the pressure on those still to come. If she could set a quick time, then that might just change the dynamic of this 10-boat final. She's up on the early split by 1.39. She now needs to build into this run. Oh, rejected on the hole, though. That is significant there. She's rejected. She has to go around. She won't get any penalties for that, but she'll pay a heavy price on the clock.
Yeah, for sure. It will cost her many seconds. She picked up another touch there. It's going to be a tough run for her, I think.
So Clara Olazabal of Spain, so far just a 2-second penalty showing, but of course that time loss on that move, 13 to 14, and 5.24 down. But let's not forget, we've still got the fastest to come, including the greatest of all time in this sport, Jessica Fox of Australia, Olympic champion, recently crowned as this event made its debut in the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games.
She made a good last part. We'll see her time now.
So Clara Olazabal, yeah, good damage limitation. She does take the race lead, 108.31. That includes that 2-second penalty. And well, but for that mistake in the middle section, she would have been really setting a hot time. So 8 boats still to go in this 10-boat women's canoe final. Clara Olazabal is our race leader. Of course, the women's canoe event made its debut as a demonstration World Championship event here on this venue in 2009. And, well, what progress has been made in the intervening 12 years when it made its debut in Tokyo just a month ago.
It's amazing to watch. They're really technical, and for sure it's good to see for us, the men, to how they manage to do all the figures, and it's quite amazing. I think they're really precise, every girl on the C1.
So we have 2 of the 3 medalists from Tokyo here racing, and both have qualified for the final. But next to start, it is for the Czech Republic, Theresa Fiserova, under-23 European champion this season, 6th at the Olympic Games, and she was also gold. She had a good championships there at the Europeans. She got a bronze medal in the kayak event and a gold medal in the extreme slalom event. So she came away from those under-23 Europeans with 3 medals. And of course the extreme slalom event, you can follow that too here live at Planet Canoe, 4:30 this afternoon Central European time. You'll see the final rounds of the competition of extreme slalom. But Theresa Fiserova, as you'd expect, is up on the split time at the top.
She picked up a small touch there on the upstream. Nicely done.
It's keeping the boat nice and dry as she runs into 13 to 14. If you think, what do we mean by dry, seeing as they're paddling on the water, it's all about not being stopped by the waves. It's about making sure the boat can keep its boat speed, and that's where you get the fast times. So Theresa Fiserova for the Czech Republic, using that experience from the Olympic Games And, well, it's probably been a busy season, starting to get a long season as we go into the World Championships in just 3 weeks' time. And, well, what a recovery through there.
Nice.
Really straight. It was really quick, but that was high risk.
Yeah, for sure. But I think Clara, she did really well this part as well. So we'll see.
Wow,
whoa,
sensational. Nice. 99.39 total. That includes a 2-second penalty. And Theresa Fiserova of the Czech Republic has lit up the final early on. Well, she's made a statement. She's basically said, you've got to go quicker than you did in the semi-final if you want to beat me and take those valuable World Cup points.
It's improving. I think it will get faster and faster and faster for the girls to come.
So still no clean runs though on the board, but it is a great time from Theresa Fiserova of the Czech Republic. And the move at the bottom, high risk, but she was rewarded, and she takes the race lead. So Theresa Fiserova leads for the Czech Republic ahead of Clara Olazabal of Spain and Angela Hug of France. The top three with 7 boats to go.
It'll be a long wait for her, I think.
So next to start, it is Bethan Forrow of Great Britain, another paddler who's had a strong season. She's under-23 world champion and also under-23 silver medalist at the European Championships. So a great start to the season. She's qualified through into this final. She's also a finalist at the 2018 World Championships at senior level. Looking a little bit cautious on the top part of the course. She needs to find a bit of rhythm.
Spinning there.
And just not quite finding the rhythm and the run of the boat, but good punt. Just having to refine the T-grip on the top of the paddle as she now heads around the bend here on this 1992 Olympic course here from the Barcelona Olympic Games. But 3 seconds down on Fiserova of the Czech Republic. That's quite a margin, but don't forget, that was a stunning time from Fiserova.
Yeah, it was quite fast.
So Bethan Forrow now coming in towards this upstream 14. A 2-second penalty has been given on the upstream gate 7, and there's a review going on gate 9. Yes, as you say, Sebastian, another penalty on 15. So Bethan Forrow of Great Britain up against it now as she comes down towards the last 8 gates of the course.
Yeah, so she's up the time.
So it's interesting, according to the split time, she is up on our race leader. I'm not sure whether that's totally accurate, but those penalties,
Another one. Yeah.
Bethan Forrow are adding up, because Bethan Forrow is putting in a quick time, but it's not going to be enough for the race lead, and she's going to stop the clock in second place, 108.27 seconds. But that raw time, 102.27, plus 6 seconds of penalties into second place. That's no disgrace, that's a really good time, and it's more a reflection of how good Theresa Fiserova of the Czech Republic was after her run.
I think it's a good time to challenge. Maybe with the penalty, you can go faster, but for sure it was a really nice run for her.
And of course, still to come, the Olympic champion, newly crowned from Tokyo 2020, Jessica Fox. We've got the silver medalist, Mallory Franklin. And, well, still some big names. Got local paddlers, still 2 more Spanish paddlers to come down in this women's canoe final. And, well, if you take yourself back a month to the Tokyo Games, we were treated with a stunning run from Mallory Franklin of Great Britain early on in that Olympic final that was going to take some beating. And then Jessica Fox showed her class and absolutely stormed down the course to take gold in a faster time that would have actually got her on the podium in the women's kayak event.
Yeah, she was astonishingly fast.
So next to start, Monika Skachova of Slovakia, freshly back from the Olympic Games where she made the final, finishing in 9th place in that final. She's the under-23 European champion in 2018.
Nicely done, spinning there for the right. It's a good option, I think.
Yeah.
Punting on the wall, nicely done.
So far, this is her first final of the World Cup season. Her best result was the first World Cup 19th up to now, so already she has made a best result of the season so far. Of course, the World Cup series finishes next weekend in Pau in France with the World Cup final. Double points up for grabs in the World Cup standings, and you can follow it all on Planet Canoe. But this is I was going to say it's a good run coming together, but rejected by the wave.
Yeah, a bit low on the upstream, the 14, but she's going well, I think. We'll see on the split time.
So she's still looking very fluid, and she's keeping it clean so far. We have no clean runs on the board yet. We didn't have any in the semi-finals. Will Skachova of Slovakia be our first clean runner, and she's found some time.
Could it be the first clean run? It will be really good, I think. Nicely done. Precise, dodging, and on the drop now.
So,
whoa, she's clean, she's good, she's fast.
She's a bit late through 23. She's having to work hard for 24. She's going to be outside of the lead time set by Theresa Fiserova of the Czech Republic, but it's going to be into second place. And 105.02 seconds, our first clean run of this semi-final and final competition. And Slovakia takes second place with Monika Skachova at the halfway point in this women's canoe final. It is Theresa Fiserova leading the way for the Czech Republic. Monika Skachova for Slovakia in second. Bethan Forrow for Great Britain in third. And hopefully in just a moment we'll be able to get a chance to hear from our current race leader.
Theresa, you are currently leading. How was your final run?
My final run is so good. I have one touch, but all the run is very well. I go.
We've seen all the girls were making mistakes already in the semi-final. Is the course difficult?
I think it's so difficult, but I like difficult course with gate. And in semi-final, lots of girls have many touches. I have 3 touches, but I think that will be good for us. Did this harder course. Thank you.
So great to hear the race leader for the Czech Republic, Theresa Fiserova, acknowledging how difficult the course is, but she's made it look easy. And she sits at the top of the leaderboard faster than anyone managed in the semi-finals. 5 boats still to go. They are the fastest 5 from those semi-finals. And it'll be interesting to see whether she will be knocked off the top spot by those paddlers. But they include 2 Spanish paddlers using their local knowledge. And also Great Britain's Mallory Franklin, silver medalist from the Olympic Games, world champion in 2017, European champion, and of course the great Jessica Fox of Australia, Olympic champion, multiple world champion, and multiple World Cup winner. So Sebastian, do you think that 99.39 will be enough to take gold here?
I think it will be enough for taking medal. Hopefully for her. I think the girls, they will go faster than that, I think, probably. We'll see now.
Well, exciting stuff. Let's get to the action because Miren Lazkano of Spain is now on course. European champion of the 2021 season. And, well, her World Cup season hasn't been as successful as that, but she is in the final now. and going for gold here in Laseu, and very nice through 5 and 6.
Pretty smooth. It was clean, fast. Coming from the Basque Country, there are a lot of paddlers from there. Really good level in the C1s.
So we'll get a first indication of how she stacks up against the current race leader, Fiserova of the Czech Republic. And slightly down.
She picked up the touch there.
And a penalty on gate 9. So on the back foot, so to speak, as she comes in and out of the upstream gate 12. This is critical, though. We've seen many paddlers be rejected by the wave, but
nicely done.
That's very smooth. Pin high, precision paddling there. As she sets up 15, switches around 16, ready for this tight upstream gate tucked against the wall.
On the British, Spanish, they know this move. They've been practicing a lot, and we can see it's not so well for Clara, but Miren, she did really good there.
So coming down now towards the business end of the course. Coming through 22, 23. That's a supreme line, as you say, Sebastian. She's tight into 24. I don't think it's enough to take the race lead, but this is going to challenge for a podium spot. Miren Lazkano of Spain crosses the line into second place, 1:03.27 seconds. And that 2-second penalty might have left the door open for a podium spot for other people, but a strong performance.
Really good, really solid. She's a good paddler. She's improving every time. I see her again. She's just great.
But it is still Theresa Fiserova of the Czech Republic, showing just how fast her run was.
It would be hard to take her out of the podium, I think, but not impossible.
When you look at some of the standard of the paddlers to come, you're right, not impossible. So
impossible. They can show us many things, I think, surprise us.
Well, it's poised to be a great final. We've had an early, fast time, and the athletes still to go will know that. And it may not change their plan, but it will just heighten the pressure a little bit.
That's for sure. Go big or go home.
And that is a sport of canoe slalom can be very cruel, but if you want to go for gold, you've got to take the risks.
You gotta take the risk. You don't really have much of a choice on the final. Now the levy is really high, and you can't just go easy.
So on course now, Mallory Franklin of Great Britain, the Olympic silver medalist from Tokyo 2020, world champion 2017. She's a European champion, and now looking to get her season. Well, she was on the podium yesterday in the women's kayak event, winning the silver medal behind Jessica Fox. And the two of them were a little bit of class above the rest yesterday in the kayak events. And can they raise their game and go ahead of Fiserova of the Czech Republic now? Well,
wow,
on the top, she's found some time on the top.
That's hard to do on the top. So it looks it looks good.
This is the critical move.
Nicely done.
A big hit there from Mallory Franklin, but she gets in tight into the upstream gate 14. Now needs to...
She picked up that touch on the upstream 12.
So that will have cancelled out a little bit of the advantage from the top. But don't forget, Fiserova of the Czech Republic also had a touch on this course. So that second split, I'm not sure that that second split is totally accurate, but it is a quick time from Mallory Franklin. Whether it's 10 seconds quicker, I'm not convinced. But
I think it's an old one from Clara, maybe when she spinned on the bridge. But we'll see now.
So Mallory Franklin, very direct, 22 to 23, a fraction low into the upstream 24. That will cost her a few tenths on the clock.
Whoa.
But now she's going to be close to the time, but just outside. And into second place, 100.55 for Mallory Franklin of Great Britain. And I think that upstream 24 was quite costly on the clock.
Yeah. She was looking for her trainer, I don't know.
So her trainer, Craig Morris, who's worked with her for many years now. And it's interesting, I don't know how much she was aware of the touch that she picked up on gate 12. Maybe that's what she's looking for.
I couldn't see it on the screen. Maybe it was really, small touch. Sometimes it makes you wonder whether you touch or not. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
So she should have been aware of that because it was in front of her. But yeah, the slightest of touches, and that makes the difference between first and second. So it's Fiserova leading for the Czech Republic, Franklin for Great Britain in second, Lazkano for Spain in third, with 3 boats still to go.
Now the best to come.
So Jessica Fox of Australia, the Olympic champion, multiple world champion, will be next to start. Here she is, Australia's Jessica Fox, 2020 Olympic champion, won in such supreme style in Tokyo. World number 1, reigning World Cup champion. She's actually currently sitting second in the World Cup standings, behind Andrea Herzog of Germany. But a good run here, and she'll get right back into that domination that is we're so accustomed to with Jessica Fox.
Looking good.
Nicely through the top section. So in the kayak yesterday, she was outstanding. Really found the rhythm all the way down the course. Squeezed every fraction of a second out of the course. And what can she do here? Well, she's up by 1 second over Fiserova of the Czech Republic, our race leader.
Oh, she's tight on that upstream. Really good. Let's see the bridge.
Very dry as well through that line, but having to work a little bit harder for 14. Now, 15, 16. Nicely done. She's able to keep the power on the paddle, and that will help her to get a fast second split. Not totally sure of the accuracy of the second split at the moment, but Jessica Fox now is definitely on the charge as she comes down through gate 20. So she's clean as she drops over towards the last 4 gates on this 25-gate course. Nicely done. She'll get tight into the upstream 24. Surely we are looking at the new race leader. Look at that time. The clock is still around 90 seconds. Jessica Fox takes the race lead, 93.07 seconds.
That's sick.
Sensational paddling. And Jessica Fox has responded and says, do you know what? Beat that, those still to come. If you beat that, you deserve the gold medal. Well done, Jessica Fox. You are our race leader.
I don't want to be Nuria right now. I think it's going to be really hard to go faster than that.
Well, in the men's canoe singles, the fastest time was only 87, I think, Miguel, but most of them were around about the 90, 91 seconds. That's a sensational run.
She's much faster than me, man. She's really fast.
Well, Jessica Fox, already the greatest of all time in the sport, but she's still only 27 years of age, and she still shows there is more to come. Already, she's been to 3 Olympic Games, and she's won 4 medals across 3 Olympic Games.
That's 4 out of 3.
Outstanding performance we've just witnessed here in Laseu, with 2 boats still to go in this women's canoe final, and they are going to have to produce something special to get in front of Australia's Jessica Fox.
Can be done. The last 2 girls, they live here, they train a lot here, so we'll see.
Well, here we are, Nuria Vilarrubla of Spain on course. She's a European champion back in 2016. And very capable, as you say, Sebastian. She trains here, very familiar with this course, and Laseu is has unique characteristics. So if you can paddle fast on here.
Just a review on gate 6. She was a bit too much on the head.
So she's down on the early split, but remember that's down on the Jessica Fox time. And Jessica Fox has a 6-second lead, so that even if it's not for gold, there's a big gap waiting there for someone to slot in on the podium. Well, I'm pleased Jessica did it. I said in the semi-finals I thought there was a time around or under 95, and we didn't get close. But Jessica has shown that it's possible. She went 93, and that shows the kind of time that's out there. So I think there's more accurate time now. 3 seconds down on that second split for Nuria Vilarrubla of Spain. As she comes down towards the bottom drop. Should be familiar. She'll have done this many, many times.
Nicely done.
Oh,
wow,
superb.
That's good. Why she picked up a touch there.
It's always the danger, isn't it? You've either got to be really tight in or you've got to be really careful with your bows. As she crosses the finish line, it's going to be close. It's into third place, 100.43. And slots in between Theresa Fiserova and Mallory Franklin. So with 1 to go, it is still Jessica Fox leading for Australia. Theresa Fiserova of the Czech Republic in second. Nuria Vilarrubla of Spain there goes into third place.
That's a big gap between first and second one. It's gonna be really hard to challenge that time, I think.
Yeah, second to fourth, only separated by just over a second. So 1 boat still to go, and Jessica Fox at the moment, she took gold yesterday in the kayak event, and she sits in gold in this women's canoe event with 1 boat who can spoil the party.
We'll see.
Well, last to go, looking very calm and composed. It is Monika Doria Vilarrubla of Andorra, 11th at the Olympic Games in Tokyo, where this event made its debut. And this, the opportunity to get the home team, because I would count Andorra as a home team, really.
It is for sure.
Very excited. Here we go. The last run down the course, and will be followed by the men's canoe final immediately after this.
So far so good. Nice upstream on the number 2, switching there on the left side. Whoa. Wow.
Just caught an edge as she was going through gate 5 on this section, sticky fingers, and it's known as that because it's very unpredictable water.
Yeah, it grabs you if you don't jump right. It's hard to keep the boat up the water, so that's what it's called.
So
fingers.
Combination of that penalty and that time loss, a little spin on 6, and the time is slipping away there on the early part of the course. I think the gold is probably sitting with Australia at the moment, but there is still a place on the podium up for grabs. Monika Doria Vilarrubla of Andorra looks like she's found her rhythm again. Those mistakes early on haven't affected her running.
She's back on track. Nice exit, short, direct.
So there's 6 seconds between first and second, and her deficit is 5 seconds. So she's still on track for a podium if she can deliver the bottom section. This is the critical move. Nicely done, but late getting the bows round, but it's a good position, a little bit low, and she's working hard. It's going to be close. 99.39 is the time to beat. Outside of that, and it's going to be outside of a place on the podium into 5th place. So it is Jessica Fox of Australia who takes gold. Theresa Fiserova of the Czech Republic goes silver, and Nuria Vilarrubla takes a bronze medal for the home team for Spain. But Jessica Fox reigns supreme and takes gold here alongside the gold in the kayak event yesterday. 2 gold medals to go to the 2 Olympic medals that she won a month ago. Well, what a run from Jessica Fox, and we hope to get a talk with her at the finish line to our race winner.
Congratulations, Jessica. Another day, another win. You produced an amazing final run. How did you feel on water?
Yeah, look, it was another amazing run, and I'm so pleased with that race. I really tried to keep pushing and charging and find, time that I didn't have in my semi-final, and I think I had a great finish, so I'm really pleased with that time.
You were 1 second up at the first split time, but the second part of the course seems to be amazing.
Yeah, I think it's hard to make time on the top, and I really wanted to be solid and safe in the gates and not get any penalties. And once I got through the middle section, I was a little bit low into the upright under the bridge, but tried to keep the speed and just, I have no arms left. I really pushed hard. Thank you.
Well, fantastic performance there from Australia's Jessica Fox. She takes her second gold of this World Cup weekend. Here are the results. Gold for Jessica Fox of Australia. Silver for Theresa Fiserova of the Czech Republic. Early on in the final, she put the marker down and she stood the test of time to get on the podium. Nuria Vilarrubla of Spain takes a medal for the host nation. Mallory Franklin, the Olympic silver medalist from Tokyo, in fourth. Well, the women's canoe competition may have concluded, but now we've turned our attention to the men's canoe competition. That final will be up in just a few minutes' time. So stay with us here at Planet Canoe, and we'll follow all the action as it unfolds in that men's canoe final. Well, what a women's canoe final we saw. What an outstanding performance from Jessica Fox. We saw 2 gold medals already, and this is how the World Cup standings are now after race 3 of the 4 races. Double points up for grabs in the final, but Jessica Fox moves up from second place now to take the lead, and quite a commanding lead ahead of Theresa Fiserova of the Czech Republic, Mallory Franklin in third. And of course, we have the extreme slalom later on. Jessica Fox will be racing in the extreme slalom. Can she take 3 gold medals? Well, you can follow that live at 4:30 Central European time today and see if Jessica Fox manages to make history here. But our attention now turns to the men's canoe final. The top 10 competitors from the semi-final have progressed through into the final. Here are the standings after the first 2 races. Benjamin Savcek, the Olympic champion, leading the way with 2 bronze medals in the first 2 races, but he's missed the final here in Laseu. So he's left the door open, particularly to second place Marko Mirgorodsky of Slovakia, who has made the final and has the opportunity now to score some big points. Here's the start list. Miguel Trave of Spain goes off last as the fastest qualifier. And we are in for a treat here. We've got some big names racing, the likes of Gargaud Chanut, the Olympic champion from Rio 2016, world champion in 2011. But we're led off by a big name in his own right, Alexander Slafkovsky of Slovakia. So myself, Adi Maddock, and alongside me, Sebastian Rossi of the Argentinian team. You race in this category. Who do you favour for taking the win?
Well, I'll bet on Mikel. I think he's looking good this year, and he knows the home course. He'll fly, you'll see.
Well, that'll be interesting. He's last off. I wonder whether he can cope with that added expectation, the added pressure from the home crowd.
I think he's good. He's okay. He likes here, and it won't be too much of a pressure for him. Hopefully. Well,
we're underway with racing here, and Alexander Slafkovsky of Slovakia gets us underway. He's a, well, always in the mix, hugely experienced athlete, and now sets out to put a pace down. We know that the fastest time from the semi-finals was 87.67 seconds. So that is an indication of the time it will take to take the gold here.
So far so good. It's clean. Well, a bit too early on the upstream there. Hitting the wall. Pick up. Whoa.
Rejected
Some
by the wave.
there.
And Slafkovsky of Slovakia, that is
and he's breaking the caddy.
that's a big story there. That that move 13 to 14. It is you need to use the water to keep the boat dry. It's a high risk move, and it hasn't worked for Alexander. And rejected 13 to 14, but showing his experience, kind of recomposes himself and paddles out the run.
That's important, you know, to show people, young athletes that are watching, it's always important to carry on no matter what. So that's really respectful.
So, well, that's what you'd expect for someone who's been world #1. He's a multiple European champion.
He's a monster. He's really big.
He's just kind of, delivered in pretty much every environment within canoe slalom. But such is the competition for a place in the Slovak team. He's never been to an Olympic Games, but Alexander Slafkovsky of Slovakia crosses the line, 1:11.16. Just a 2-second penalty, so despite all that drama, just shows that he's actually not that slow.
No. The rest of the course was really fast, I think. He was going to set a good time.
So, big upset there for the Slovakian athlete. Looking forward to his home World Championships, of course. Well, it's not necessarily his home. He's based in Liptovsky Mikuláš, a couple of hours up the road, but Bratislava is where we're headed in 3 weeks' time for the World Championships taking place in Slovakia. And I'm sure the Slovaks will be very focused on delivering there. But the second of our 2 Slovak boats now on the start line. Here, Marko Mirgorodsky of Slovakia, who's had a great start to the season. A 4th and a 5th in the first 2 World Cups. And now in this final, particularly with Benjamin Savcek not making it through, his opportunity to really take the lead in the overall World Cup standings.
We'll see if he can manage to do a solid, good run.
So he was 5th at the under-23 Europeans this year.
He's young.
And a young developing boat, and well, he's got some good mentors to follow within Slovakia.
That's for sure. Slovakia is really great on the C1s. They had strong tradition, nice team, and for sure he will follow the steps of the other ones.
Well, he's 2 seconds down on the early split, but we know Slafkovsky was very quick on that section.
Yeah.
But it was just here that Slafkovsky's run went south. Well, it hasn't gone anywhere near that. That's outstanding, nice. Really dry line.
Really good. Fast line, dry boat, flying over the water.
So Marko
tight upstream there, nice.
Mirgorodsky of Slovakia now coming towards the second split. Now this won't really give us a true indication because this is where Slafkovsky had all that trouble, but it is looking like a very competitive run and clean so far as he comes over the drop. Nicknamed Niagara. That was the nickname he was given in the Barcelona Games. And so do you think that was a plan B, or do you think he planned to spin?
I think he wasn't planning to spin, but that's why he touched. I don't know, we should ask him later.
Mirgorodsky goes into the race lead for Slovakia, and it's a quick time, 92.62. That includes a 2-second penalty. So, well, it's good enough for the race lead at the moment. And one thing's for sure, it will be scoring him some strong points in this World Cup series.
Yeah, for sure.
So for sure that's a top 5 finish, but will it be enough for a podium? We'll have to wait and see.
I think it will be a bit hard with this time to be on the podium. I think the guys here will go faster, the guys to come.
So we're kind of thinking under 90 seconds to get on the podium, is that?
I think so, yeah, at least.
Well, we know 87-67 was possible in the semi-finals, and you can always expect a bit of learning between the semi-finals and the finals.
Yeah, you can always expect it, but the real question, I think, is if they can go under 87-67. It will be really hard, I think.
Well, we've got some big names in this field still to come. David Florence, two-time world champion. Franz Anton, world champion 2018. Gargaud Chanut, world European Olympic champion. So some big names. But, well, here's a younger, up-and-coming paddler who is this year's under-23 world champion. It is Nicolas Gestin of France. So there's Cédric Joly of France, the world champion from 2019 on this course, didn't manage to progress through into this final. So the expectation, we've got this young paddler, Nicolas Gestin, and then we've got the experienced Gargaud Chanut, who, well, won last time out in the World Cup in Markkleeberg in Germany. You can see there as he comes out of the upstream gate 7 how difficult it is, how close to the wall the upstream gate is, and how you have to fight the tail off the wall.
Yeah, the righty ones, they're pushing off the wall. He picked up the touch there. He was going good, fast. But for the lefties, it's quite tricky. You are hitting the wall with the tail of the boat, and it blocks you a bit.
So unfortunately, lost a bit of rhythm there, and a couple of penalties in quick succession for Nicolas Gestin, under-23 world champion. Now ducks and dives, and he was also under-23 world champion in 2019. So definitely a name to watch coming through the French system as they approach Paris 2024, those Olympic Games. The course is already built.
They're training there as well, so probably they will have some advantage there. So,
well, they had a disappointing Games in Tokyo, unusually coming away without a medal for the first time in many, many years from the Olympic Games, but I'm sure the French team will be very strong in Paris. But Nicolas Gestin of France, 98.60, so it's still a quick time, 92.60 plus 6 seconds of penalties, and currently in second place. But Marko Mirgorodsky of Slovakia still sitting at the top, 92.62. 3 down, 7 boats still to go in this men's canoe final. So Sebastian, whilst you're in the booth here, how are you preparing for the World Championships in Bratislava? Did you go on the training camp a couple of weeks ago?
No, I was home. We are not sure if we'll go. So yeah, it's quite expensive for us to go there. So for sure we'll go to Po now, and then we'll see how it goes.
One step at a time, and of course next week's World Cup is in Po. It's about a 4-hour drive from here over the Pyrenean Mountains to the French city of Po.
It's a nice drive.
And yeah, beautiful at this time of year over the Pyrenees. So we'll follow that next week live on Planet Canoe. But let's focus here on next to start, the Olympic champion from Rio 2016, the world champion of 2011, the European champion of 2021. It is Gargaud Chanut of France. And he won last time out in the World Cup at Markkleeberg in Germany. Can he make it? Back-to-back victories here in the World Cup.
He can go really fast here. They are used to have team trials here, and he's always putting solid and good runs here. Denis from Marseille.
So nicely through that sticky fingers section 5 and 6. That's always a risk. Take a little bit of a sigh of relief as you go through there. Gargaud Chanut lying in 3rd place in the overall standings so far, because he was only 12th in the first World Cup of the season, and he's up on the early split. That's where he needs to be, because it's this next section, the middle and the bottom, where the race will be won or lost.
Good one. There's a review on the gate 8.
So,
9.
Yeah, so it's...
it was tight, but I think it was clean.
So we'll have to wait and see, but it is looking smooth for Gargaud Chanut as he comes towards the split, and he is still up. So he is little bit of over-rotation, though, through that move there. We're talking tenths, though. That's all that's going to go. And this is the bit that will win or lose the race.
Spinning there for the left is a good option. Pushing off the wall. Oh, small touch there.
So many people have taken the punt and then taken the touch. And Gargaud Chanut, actually, it's a great time, 93.88. That includes 4 seconds of penalty, so it's 89.88. The last two gates of the course, the undoing for the Olympic champion from Rio. But it is good enough for second place at the moment. But Mirgorodsky of Slovakia holds on to the lead ahead of Gargaud Chanut of France. Nicolas Gestin of France in third. That's 4 boats down, 6 boats still to go in this men's canoe final. Wow, you can see he had it all laid out there. He was absolutely on track, and then it just unfolded a little bit at the bottom. And, well, that's the nature of our sport.
You have to keep it till the end. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easier.
Here it is, into 24. So many people punting off the wall, but just lifts the boat up under the pole, and then just a little bit of a touch on 25. That's what made the difference between first and second for now. So 4 boats down, 6 boats to go. Flavio Micozzi on course for Italy, finalist at the Under-23 World Championships this year, and a finalist in the Under-23 European Championships this year. So hasn't raced in the first 2 World Cups of the season. This is first World Cup. Well, what a good start it is. He's in the final already. And, well, a good plan B.
Yeah, he saw that well. Spinning fast. And he's back on track now. Pushing hard, sprinting. Is down on the split for 2.25 seconds. So found the wall here. Yeah, nicely done.
So a really attacking paddler, isn't he? Got quite a high stroke rate. Bit rejected there, 13 to 14. Has to just be patient, spot the line, and he does that indeed.
Whoa.
Cutting the lines, so it's perfectly legal to duck and dive. Your whole head has to go through the gate and part of your boat at the same time. So that will be perfectly legal, that move on 16. Now, 4.34 down.
He's attacking quite a lot. Let's hit the last. Nicely done.
Very good there.
That was smooth.
So it's a smooth run at the bottom. It will be a good run. Where will it slot into the leaderboard? Into second place. Well, great performance. Flavio Micozzi of Italy goes into second place ahead of Gargaud Chanut of France. So it is Mirgorodsky of Slovakia leading the way at the halfway point in this World Cup final here in La Seu d'Urgell. Round 3 of 4 of the ICF Canoe Slalom World Cup 2021. And Mirgorodsky of Slovakia leading the way at the halfway point. Flavio Micozzi of Italy goes into second place. Gargaud Chanut of France, the Olympic champion from Rio 2016, is in third place. That was a great run, considering the mistake at the top.
Yeah, spinning there. I don't think he planned that, but it was quite a good run for him.
And then, hopefully, in just a few moments, we will get a quick word with Mirgorodsky of Slovakia, our current race leader.
You are currently in the leading position. Are you satisfied with your final run?
My run was not the best, but I enjoy paddling here. I did stupid touch on gate 23, but I did my job and I will wait.
Do you think it will be enough for the medal?
Ooh, I really don't know. I think not, but we'll see.
Well, that is the halfway point. That's our race leader, Mirgorodsky of Slovakia. And, well, he doesn't he's not convinced it's enough for a place in the podium. I guess that's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
There's certainly some quick boats still to come, and the door is open, but it is about delivery, and it's quite a tricky course. But we have 2 world champions still to go.
We have 2 Spanish, you know, they know the course, they can go really fast here, and they can challenge 92.62 for sure.
Yes, and we have Luka Bozic of Slovenia, who you could never rule out.
Yeah, he was making medal here in the World Championships on 2019. So he knows the finals, he knows the pressure.
So perfect conditions here. September sunshine in the Spanish Pyrenees, barely a cloud in sight, no wind, perfect conditions for racing. And well, this venue sitting under the imposing Cadi Mountains here in the Pyrenees, and the stage is set for the finale of this men's canoe final. So still to go, Luis Fernandez of Spain, David Florence of Great Britain, Luka Bozic of Slovenia, Franz Anton of Germany, and the fastest from the semi-finals, Miguel Trave of Spain. 92.62, that's the time to beat. Lots of anticipation. There we have the Italian team. Giovanni De Gennaro raced yesterday in the final. But here, all eyes on the Spanish athlete, Luis Fernandez, who goes for gold here in Laseu. Under 23 world finalist. And again, not competed in the first 2 World Cups of the season. This is first World Cup of the season. And now is really attacking this course, and you can see how just he skips the boat along.
Yeah, he's flying on the upper part. He knows it. Wow, nicely done on the upstream. I think he will be up on the split time. Let's see.
I think he'll be up by quite a bit, so let's have a look as he comes. And 0.4 up.
Half a second almost.
Well, that's a good start
good
for Fernandez of Spain. Now he needs to settle into the run and deliver these more technical maneuvers like 13 to 14.
Whoa, nice.
Supreme. Really dry line. Actually gets a kick in the right direction. But is that too tight on 15?
I think so, yeah. What a pity.
Well, that's the only mistake so far. A 2-second penalty on gate 15. And 4.2 down on Mirgorodsky of Slovakia. So the time has gone a little bit in the middle section.
Clock is ticking. He has to go fast here, challenge. Let's see. Spinning.
So using his experience there, he knows he wasn't quite in the right place for taking it on forwards. It's going to be a good run for Fernandez of Spain. He comes to the finish line, but outside the race lead time, into 3rd place. 93.73 for Luis Fernandez of Spain. And well, tight now, just 1.1 seconds separating the 1st and 3rd place. But Marko Mirgorodsky of Slovakia holds on to the race lead with 4 boats still to go.
4 boats still to go, some time to make. 87 was the fastest time on the semi-final. Now we are at 92. I think it will go down now.
Yeah, you're right, we've got some big names to come, and yeah, still no one has managed to go under 90 seconds clean.
Yeah.
So we have seen Gargaud Chanut is the only paddler in the final to go under the 90-second barrier, but he hit the last 2 gates, and that means he's out of the medals.
It was a good raw time.
So Fernandez, what went wrong? It's the middle section for Luis Fernandez, really.
Yeah.
That touch on 15, and somewhere just slipped away. You get a great idea, though, just how dynamic our sport is. It's a physical, it's a technical and a mental test of skills. Next to start, David Florence of Great Britain, 2-time world champion, Olympic silver medalist in this event. He's actually won 3 Olympic medals. two of them in the C2 category. He was second in the second World Cup of the season. No, excuse me, it was the first World Cup, the Prague World Cup. He took the silver medal, then 21st in the second World Cup.
He's doing well.
Back in the final, but there is a review going on gate 6.
No, it was clean, it was clean. He's up for 1 second now.
So it's a good start from David Florence, who in the semi-final really looked to have found his rhythm. He looked to be paddling really well, keeping the boat light, skipping across the waves. And pretty good line there from 13 to 14.
He's physical, he's strong. You can see how he can hit the water, but you know, the boat isn't stopping at all.
So runs into the upstream gate 17,
Whoa.
Exit, great punt off the wall. And surely this is going to challenge the race lead time. He is up on the current race leader, Mirgorodsky of Slovakia. Now this is where he's got to dig deep. The lactic acid will be burning in those arms, and he's got to deliver this move. Nice kick. It's going to be tight into 24. That reduces the risk of the touch with the bows coming up. David Florence is surely going to take the race lead for Great Britain. He crosses the finish line, boom, into the race lead. 3.49 seconds the advantage, 89.13. And David Florence, well,
that's a medal for sure.
He's still 3 boats to go, but well, Sebastian Rossi alongside me, very confident of a medal. I have to say, I think that is. He's laid the marker down for others still to follow. Two-time world champion, 2013 and 2015. It's good to see David Florence bouncing back from a kind of a disappointing couple of seasons from his standards. But a silver medal in the first World Cup of the season. And, well, he's guaranteed a 4th place here in the 3rd World Cup. And I'm sure, knowing David, he will have his eyes on a 3rd world title in Bratislava in just a few weeks' time.
He's looking sharp, he's looking good.
So 89.13 is now the new marker for those still to follow. Three boats still to go. Luka Bozic starts for Slovenia. World Championship bronze medalist in 2019 here at Laseu. Always in the mix, very consistent paddler, pretty much always in the final. But as I say that, he hasn't been so consistent in the first part of the season. 34th in the first race in Prague, 10th in the second race in Markkleeberg. So he made the final in Markkleeberg. And now he goes for gold here in Laseu. So David Florence's split time showing there, 32.69, just outside for Bozic of Slovenia. That's what's required. You don't win the race at the top, you just got to make sure you're in touch. This is where it counts.
He picked up the touch there.
So
going well there. On the cross side is hard for the left ones, you know, really physical exit there. But nicely done for him.
Oh, super tight on 17, and he manages to keep the tail off the wall. So Bozic, 3.24 seconds down on David Florence of Great Britain at the moment, the race leader. Got a lot to do, and the bottom section, it's hard to make up time, isn't it?
It is, especially for the lefties, I think, because they had to spin there. The righties are going, you know, straight, and it's quite an advantage, I think.
It's very easy to lose the time in the bottom, but not so hard, not so easy to make it up. Luka Bozic crosses the line for Slovenia into second place, 92.09 seconds. That is a provisional result. There is a review going on of the 17, which I suppose that's on the entry. He was very tight as to whether his whole head was in the correct position.
Looked clean from here, but you know, the judges, they are closer, they get a better view, so.
Well, David Florence there, our current race leader, looking very pleased, and so he should be. He's guaranteed a medal. We just don't know what colour it's going to be. So provisionally, David Florence of Great Britain, race leader. His result in the bank, Luka Bozic of Slovenia provisionally in second place, and Marko Mirgorodsky of Slovakia in third, with 2 boats still to go in this men's canoe final. So 89.13, well, we know it's possible to beat that time, but David Florence must be confident that, well, he's in the bank, he's got a clean run. The others have got that added pressure of knowing that they've got to deliver.
Not so many clean runs today, nor in the semi-finals or the finals. That shows how technical and tricky the course is.
Well, good news for Luka Bozic of Slovenia, because his result now confirmed in second place so far, 92.09. The review is complete. Franz Anton now on course for Germany. The 2018 world champion is on course, and you never rule out Franz Anton, but he hasn't had a good start to the season. 25th and 16th at his first 2 World Cups.
Going wild a bit there on the sticky fingers. Sprinting now on the flat water side.
So he's won World Cup races, and I'm sure he'll be looking forward to paddling at the World Championship at Bratislava. He does have a pretty good record of paddling on that Bratislava course, albeit it has been changed ahead of the World Championships.
Nicely done there on the bridge.
Superb line on 14. How tight was that? I think he surprised himself a little bit.
Yeah. You can tell on his face. It was really good. Punting on the wall there. Good option for the righties.
So Franz Anton now
is
up on the split. There is a review on gate 15. I didn't see anything there. We'll focus on him as he comes down the bottom of the course. So he is our virtual race leader as he drops over towards 23, and that's I thought he got the line 22 to 23, but he took the touch on 23. And Franz Anton, it's going to be a good time. Crosses the line, 90.42. So that's 88.42, but a touch on gate 23. And, well, that puts him into second place for the world champion of 2018. But there is still a review going on. Here we are, the penalty review. This is on gate 15.
Let's see. Oh, for a 50.
Well, they said 15.
Looks good, looks clean.
So we shall see. It might well be this gate coming up, 15. Water splash.
It's a water touch, yeah, doesn't count.
So that's, well, it's great to see the thoroughness. Here's our video judges who comprehensively make sure we run a fair competition. And there we go, confirmation that Franz Anton's time now stands. It is a 2-second penalty he picked up on gate 23.
That's a silver for David, confirm.
But the water splash here on 15, as he brings his bows round, you have to touch it with your boat, your body or your blade. Water doesn't count. So Franz Anton, well done, you are in second place. Guaranteed a medal, but you don't know what colour it is. So with 1 boat to go, David Florence of Great Britain leads the way ahead of Franz Anton of Germany, and Luka Bozic for Slovenia is in third place. There's our race leader, David Florence. Well, he's been in that place many times before, but well, Spanish paddler going last in the final, who went quicker than David Florence in the semi-final. Miguel Trave of Spain goes for gold here in Seoul.
Whoa! He's so fast, man.
So I have a feeling he's either going to absolutely destroy the field and take the gold here, or it may go horribly wrong.
Oh, he picked up the touch there. I don't want to lose a bet. I have 20 euros on him.
Well, come on, Miguel. Sebastian is worried about losing some money here. So 2.52 down, that's quite a lot to make up from the top of the course. But
he can make it. He was 87 on the semi-final. Maybe, who knows? He got rejected there.
Rejected 13 to 14. It's not too bad, but it certainly has cost him probably half a second through there. You can see the Spanish team supporting his every stroke, cheering him down. You can hear the klaxons as he comes through gate 18. 1.36 seconds, so he has closed the deficit.
He's making some time there. On the drop, he can really make a difference. He knows it quite well.
This is exciting.
That's good.
Wow, super exciting. This is fast from Miguel Trave. 89.13 is the time to beat. Trave of Spain is going to take gold. No,
That's
yes,
gold.
he is. He takes gold for Spain.
Amazing.
88.81. What a paddle under pressure there. It had all gone away from him at the top, but he kept his cool. And what a performance.
That's some nerve, you know. You really have to keep your head cold. Don't think about the past, just what is coming, and go hard.
Well, I like your faith there. Your 20 euros is safe.
Yeah, I think I'm buying something. I don't know what yet. That's nice.
Well, stunning performance there. Fastest in the semi-finals, fastest in the final. The junior world champion is now a World Cup winner here on his home course in La Seu. Miguel Trave of Spain takes gold, and you can hear the response from the team. David Florence, another silver medal in this World Cup series for Great Britain. In second place, Franz Anton, the world champion of 2018, in bronze for Germany. But it is the star of the show on the screen, Miguel Trave. A pretty horrendous top section, but he kept his cool.
Yeah, he kept his cool. He showed for sure who's the boss here in Seoul, and his future is looking really good, man. He's improving every year. He's getting stronger. He's really technical. He'll be one to watch for sure.
So, and it was actually on these last 23-24. That was where he won the race. Just managed to get just that little bit tighter into the upstream 24 than David Florence, and in those margins, 0.32 was the victory margin in the end. And the double world champion David Florence has to settle for silver for Great Britain.
So he actually got faster than his semi-final run on the roll time. He's like on 86-81.
Yeah, good point. That's outstanding.
So that's faster.
That's faster. 82.7 was the fastest men's kayak time. But there we go. Those are the results of the men's canoe final. And our winner will be in the finish area, and we'll hope to get a comment.
Congratulations, Mikael. You must be full of adrenaline now. Winning at the home course must be a special feeling.
For sure. It's my race, my third race here at home. Oh, I'm really happy. Had one touch on top, but I followed the plan. I was keep calm, and it's good with all the people here.
You were the best already in the semi-final, so you started less than home course. Was this some extra pressure on you before the final?
Well, I used to like to be the last one. Just it's like pressure that I love it. Obviously, it was at home. I knew I could do it well. I tried my best. I think I did really good. But well, we're so happy. Thank you.
Well, a deservedly happy performance there from Miguel Trave of Spain. Takes gold in front of his home crowd here. Here's the World Cup standings for the men's canoe event. Marko Mirgorodsky of Slovakia takes the lead, but David Florence moves up the order as well into second place, and Miguel Trave starts to become a player. Of course, the World Cup final next weekend in Pau in France. Double points up for grabs, and we'll crown the World Cup champions of the 2021 season. What a venue this place is. La Seu in Spain, in the foothills of the Pyrenees. And well, that starts to wrap up the canoe slalom element of this competition, but we still have the extreme slalom competition to come this weekend. That gets underway at 4:30 Central European time this afternoon, where we watch head-to-head racing, men's and women's, the new event for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, and we'll watch whether Jessica Fox of Australia will take a further medal
We'll
to
see.
add to her 2
We'll
golds. So, Sebastian, any final comments?
No, just nice competition as always. Here in Seoul is nice, it's enjoyable, and the water was perfect, so really happy to be here, and thank you for having me over.
Well, thank you very much, Sebastian. So from Sebastian Rossi and from myself, Andy Maddock, it's goodbye for now. We'll see you at 4:30 Central European Time for the Extreme Slalom.